Hi everybody, Sean Dillman here. Welcome to your Wednesday walkthrough. This is episode number 2, and in this video I'll be showing you how to use rules in Outlook to control your inbox. Before I get started, if you haven't already, please connect or follow me on LinkedIn, and if you'd like to connect with me on Facebook, please do that as well. There's a thriving legal tech community over there and it'd be a pleasure to have you. So lastly, please follow my YouTube channel if you'd like to stay current and receive notifications for each of these episodes as they come up. So, alright, with that being said, using rules to control email in Outlook. So when I use the word rules, that's actually what the feature is called in Outlook. I don't mean rules in a more general sense, though I'll be giving some advice on that as well. So this will either be if you've got an inbox that's out of control, or if you're relatively on top of things and you'd like to keep it that way. So in general, I try to use the inbox zero strategy. If you haven't heard of it, it's an approach to email management which is aimed at keeping your inbox empty or almost entirely empty at all times. I've been striving to run my inbox in this way since I started using my first Yahoo account back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I didn't know until later that people were calling it inbox zero. To me, it just makes sense to have a clean inbox and put emails in folders where they're organized and easy to find and retrieve. Okay, here we are in Microsoft Outlook on my PC. Although this is a widescreen view, the area that I'm interested in seeing is this area here, which shows where the email messages are, and this area on the left, which shows the various folders that are attached to any given email account. As with my previous video on using your voice in LinkedIn, I've blurred out information that may be confidential or identifying to other people and organizations. However, we're going to need some email to work with, so I've intentionally let my email build up for a few days, and I've deleted some rules that I already had in place so that certain emails would get through, and you can see what it looks like to set this up from scratch. Given that my last walkthrough was on using a feature in LinkedIn, I thought that it was only fitting to use an email from LinkedIn for this demonstration. This is that email. It came to me from jobs-listings@linkedin.com. And it's telling me that some top job picks have come up for me. Given that I'm not really interested in this email, I could just delete it. However, in general, I recommend never deleting anything. Over the past years, storage has become cheap and plentiful, and you never know when you may want something that you've deleted, and you won't realize it until it's too late and you can't get it back. If your standard practice is to retain everything all the time, you'll always be safe on this point. Okay, I already have a folder which is called LinkedIn, which you can see here. I'm assuming that you already have various folders set up in your email account. If you don't, and this isn't the point that you're starting at, no problem, just get in touch with me. But assuming that you already have a folder structure happening, you likely know that you can move emails into folders in a few ways, the easiest one being to simply click, hold, drag it in, and release. However, in my experience, using rules is a much easier way to do this, and it'll save you huge amounts of time moving forward. In this case, I know that this isn't the last email that I'm going to be getting from LinkedIn, so I don't want to have to repeat this process over and over again. So to help my future self, I'm going to right-click the email in question, and then go to Rules, and then to Create Rule. A window will open up which says Create Rule when I get email with all of the selected conditions, and do the following. I'm going to select From LinkedIn, and then I'll select Move the item to folder. I'll click Select Folder and then find the folder entitled LinkedIn and click OK. Then I'm going to hit OK again, and a dialog box is going to ask me, do I want to run this rule on messages that are in the current folder? I'm going to click the checkbox to run it on the messages, and then I'm going to click OK. As you can see, the email has now been moved to the LinkedIn folder, and it still shows that it's unread. So we've just achieved something quite brilliant. The next time that I receive an email from LinkedIn, instead of it going directly to my inbox, it's going to go directly to my LinkedIn folder. Over time, when you have all of these different rules set up for the various people and organizations that send you email, your incoming emails will be automatically routed to the correct folders. When it comes time to check your email, you simply scroll up and down your folders looking for the little blue numbers. Here, next to the LinkedIn folder, there's a little blue number 1. This means that there's one unread email in that folder, and when I click into the folder, the unread email will be the first one at the top of the screen. I can quickly look at it and click somewhere else on the screen to mark it as read, and then I can move on. By having my emails automatically route to folders, checking my email is relatively easy, and I save huge amounts of time by not needing to sort or move the emails manually. It only takes me a fraction of the time to check my emails in this way, because all I need to do is scroll up and down my folders and find the ones that have unread email, click on the folder, and then look at the email, and then click away or move to another folder. I don't have to also drag the email to a folder somewhere. the email's already where it's supposed to be in its final destination. As far as what folders you set up, this will be up to you. So before I wrap up, I should mention that there is of course third-party software that's available and designed to help with managing email like this. However, if you're already using Outlook, you already have access to this capability and it can make a big difference. So it's free and it's easy to use. You just need to know it's there and know how to use it. Thank you very much for your time and watching this video. If you liked it and found it to be helpful, please like this post, leave a comment, follow me, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have an idea for a future Walkthrough Wednesday video, please let me know, and maybe it'll be a subject of a future video. Stay tuned for next week. I'll be showing you how to use the auto text feature in Outlook called Quick Parts, which will save you from having to write the same things over and over again in emails. Okay, thanks again. I'm Sean Dillman with Waythorn Legal Tech Training.